Opposed, none. And I'm gonna ask Myrtle to please lead us in prayer.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day. And Lord, we just thank you for all the blessings that you give us each day. We just ask that you'll take care of this COVID pandemic, and we know you're in charge. And we just thank you for your son Jesus that died for our sins. And these things we ask in thy name. Amen.
If you would, you may stand and say, pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Should we stand?
Yeah. I ain't got no pressure. Just,
All right. I'd like to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And Lucy, would you go ahead and call the roll?
Yes, sir. Myrtle,
Here.
Eugene,
here.
Brenda, here. Mayor South,
Here.
Steve,
Here.
John.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor, you have a floor.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for attending this our monthly council meeting. If you have a phone, if you would, mute or turn them off for the duration of the meeting. We would greatly appreciate it. And we get mine turned off here. Playing. Yeah. All right. Face coverings must be worn by everybody in the meeting room. Everybody has one, so we'll get there. All right. Our first order of business tonight is to swear in the two members that were not able to make our organizational meeting on November the 2nd. And what I will do is swear each of Eugene and Brenda, swear them in, and then we will have you sign these documents, and Lucy will notarize them, and there'll be a copy of an official copy, which is a white copy, and a copy for you is the parchment. But I'll start with Eugene, and just raise your right hand. You don't need to stand. And it says, I, Eugene Kylie,
I, Eugene Dowd,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully
Eugene.
that I will faithfully
and honestly
and honestly
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
of town council person, place 2,
town council, place 2,
of the town of County Line,
of the town of County Line,
Alabama,
Alabama,
upon which I am
of which I am
about to enter,
about to enter,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
All right, thank you. And if you will sign there and there, and we'll get into Lucy to notarize. top line.
Let's see, is that one, wait a minute, make sure that one, yeah, that's yours. right? I'll take that one. What is that one for? Oh, that's the one for the, yeah, that's just.
All right, now we'll swear in Brenda. Say, I, Brenda Lowe,
I, Brenda Lowe,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Alabama,
of the State of Alabama,
so long as I
so long as I
continue a citizen thereof,
continue,
a citizen thereof.
I didn't hear the second word,
All right, as long as I continue a citizen thereof,
as long as I continue a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and honestly
and honestly
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
of Town Council Person, Place 3
of Town Council Person, Place 3
of the Town of County Line,
of the Town of County Line,
Alabama,
Alabama,
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter
about to enter
to the best
to the best
of my
of
ability.
my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sign the top line on both of those, and then Lucy will notarize. Very well. Yeah, congratulations for everybody. Another 10 years. All right. She's trying to run away from me. All right. Now that we have the oaths of office taken care of, we'll proceed with our normal agenda. First up will be the reading and approval of the minutes from the October 12th, 2020 council meeting.
Regular meeting, October 12th, 2020. Mayor Arthur Self called to order the regular meeting of the council at 7 p.m. on October 12th, 2020 in the town hall. The invocation was given by Myrtle Van Cleet. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited by all. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, councilors Myrtle Van Cleet, Eugene Kiley, Brenda Lowe, Steve Brewer, and John King. The minutes from the September regular meeting were read. Brenda Lowe made the motion to accept as read, seconded by Eugene Kiley. Motion carried. The financials for September were given. Eugene Kiley made the motion to accept them as given. John King seconded. Motion carried. Old business, Mayor Self said that he now has a map of Cobbersville Road that clarifies what part of the road belongs to Blount County and what is the responsibility of the town of County Line. He will get with Commissioner Washburn about paying. That should be paving, I'm sorry. No, that's right, I was right. Excuse me. About paying for work on our part. The clerk has completed all the paperwork to get the audit started. The clerk will contact Apple Fence Company for an update on the installation of the cable fence. A new business, Mayor Self noted that he and Mr. Lee have been actively working on the FEMA grant application. He showed us the new cost estimations and revised drawings for the proposed building. Mayor Self presented a letter from the Blount County Commission concerning a memorandum of understanding between the town and Blount County concerning removal of debris after a catastrophic event such as tornadoes. A motion for the mayor to sign this agreement was made by Brenda Lowe, seconded by Myrtle Van Cleef. Motion carried. Ordinances, Mayor Self suggested that we call a work session to address the proposed mobile home ordinance. A motion was made by Steve Brewer to call this work session on October 19, 2020 at 5 p.m. This was seconded by John King. Motion carried. A generic nuisance ordinance has been requested for the town's attorney. This is another item for the planned work session. A motion to adjourn was made by Myrtle Van Cleef and seconded by Brenda Lowe. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Respectfully submitted, Lucy Kyle.
All right, any questions or comments or corrections to the minutes from the October 12th council meeting? Okay, let's go ahead and, if there's no questions or comments or corrections, let's proceed to the work session minutes of October 19th.
Okay, October 19, 2020, Mayor Self called to order this work session at 5 p.m. on October 19, 2020 in the town hall. The invocation was given by Myrtle Van Cleef. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited by all. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, Councilors Myrtle Van Cleef, Eugene Kiley, Brenda Lowe, Steve Brewer, and John King. This was a work session to create a mobile home ordinance for the town. Each section of the ordinance was read and discussed in its entirety. Changes were noted, and the final draft will now go to the town hall to be rewritten. Mayor Self noted that the organizational meeting on November 2nd, 2020 is to begin at 6 p.m. A motion to adjourn was made by Myrtle Van Cleef and seconded by Brenda Lowe. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Respectfully submitted, Lucy Kyle.
All right, any questions, comments, or corrections to the work session minutes of October 19th? All right, let's go ahead and continue with the minutes of the organizational meeting from November the 2nd.
Okay, Mayor Self, Arthur Self called to order the organizational meeting of the council at 6 p.m. on November 2nd, 2020 in the town hall. The invocation was given by Myrtle Van Cleef. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited by all. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, Councilors Myrtle Van Cleef, Steve Brewer, and John King. Councilors Eugene Kiley and Brenda Lowe were absent. The first order of business was to elect a mayor pro tem. Myrtle Van Cleef made a motion to nominate Steve Brewer, seconded by John King. Motion carried. A time and place for the regular mayor council meetings to be held each month was to be established. John King made a motion to continue with the same day and time, the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m., seconded by Steve Brewer. And I I apologize, but that should say motion carried. Our vote was unanimous. Which would you prefer, Mayor? Mayor Seth? Would you, I failed to put, after the, Steve seconded that.
Yeah.
It should say, vote, was unanimous or motion carried?
Motion carried.
Motion carried, okay. Well, that, I'm writing that in, I will correct it.
Okay.
The adoption of rules of procedure which council will follow in its deliberations for the coming term. Chapter 5, establishing council procedure, page 131, handbook for mayors and council members. Alabama League of Municipalities. Ordinance 2020-002, which is attached here. Steve Brewer made the motion to accept as read and was seconded by Myrtle. Motion carried. All members, council members present signed this ordinance. Copies were provided to council members. Adoption of a motion ratifying the use of present depositories, permanent destination or designation. This motion to continue with the same depositories was made by Myrtle, seconded by John, and motion carried. The first scheduled monthly meeting to be held on November 2nd, 2020, immediately following tonight's organizational meeting. Myrtle made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Steve. Motion carried. Organizational adjourned. Organizational adjourned at 6:29 p.m. Respectfully submitted, Lucy.
All right. Okay, at least 2 corrections to the organizational minutes. Organizational meeting minutes, and that is under new business, second paragraph, the motion carried,
Right.
and then under adjournment, I think it should read motion carried, organizational meeting
Yes, sir.
adjourned
Yes,
at 6:29 p.m.
I got that.
Any other questions or comments on the organizational meeting minutes? Okay. And let's now go to the regular meeting minutes of November the 2nd.
Mayor Arthur Self called to order the regular meeting of the council at 6:38 p.m. on November the 2nd, 2020 in the town hall. The invocation was given by Myrtle Van Cleef. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited by all. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, Councilors Myrtle Van Cleef, Steve Brewer, John King, Eugene Kiley, and Brenda Lowe were absent. The reading of minutes and financials were postponed until the December council meeting. Mayor informed the council that our FEMA grant application was in the works. The new mobile home and nuisance ordinances were to be carried over until the December council meeting. The FEMA grant application resolution 2020-010 was read. Steve made a motion to accept it with corrections, seconded by Myrtle. The signed copy attached to these minutes have been corrected. An amendment to our building permit ordinance 2020-02 was read. Motion was made by John, to consider it on the first reading, seconded by Steve. Motion carried by unanimous consent. A motion to accept as read was made by Steve, seconded by Myrtle. Motion carried to approve the amendment to ordinance number 2020-02. The mayor noted that it was necessary to go back to the resolution 2020-010 because we did not have a unanimous consent to consider the resolution. So the previous resolution approval by the council is null and void. A motion was made by Steve to consider on the first reading of resolution 2020-10 and seconded by John. Motion carried by unanimous consent. A motion was made by John to approve the resolution 2020-010 with correction, seconded by Myrtle. Motion carried. Resolution 2020-010 was approved. A motion to adjourn was made by Myrtle, seconded by John. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 6:55 p.m. Respectfully submitted, Lucy.
We do have, there is a correction
Okay.
under resolution ordinances, order and other business, paragraph 3. The ordinance number should be 2020-03.
Instead of the 02,
Correct.
okay.
Should be 03.
Building ordinance, permit ordinance 2020-03, okay?
Right.
All right. On both of those. All right. Got it.
The 2020-02 was from the organizational meeting,
Yes.
the ordinance from the organizational meeting. Okay. Any other corrections or comments on the regular meeting of November the 2nd minutes? All right. The organizational meeting minutes and the council meeting minutes from November the 2nd both need to have corrections. But do we have a motion to accept with corrections?
I
make
make,
a motion that we accept with corrections.
I second the motion.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? All right, motion carried. Okay. And let's get to our financial reports. Okay, the first one should be the 4, 5, and 6 road account for the period ending October 30th. Our beginning balance was $11,318.03. The ending balance, $11,561.34. The 4, 5, and 6 road account, period ending November 30th. The beginning balance was $11,561.34. Ending balance, $11,745.12. All right. Now to the 2 and 6 account, or 2 and 7 road account, period ending October 30th. Our beginning balance was $11,633.89. Ending balance was $12,192.67. Lucy, there seems to be a discrepancy on the 2 and 7 accounts.
Okay, let's see.
Um,
Okay, zero then.
The ending balance from October does not agree with the beginning balance for the November statement.
On the 2 and 7,
Yeah, on 2 and 7.
okay, 9/20/36, and on mine, the November one beginnings is 11/9/20/36.
My ending balance from,
No, I'm looking at statements.
all right, well, I'm looking at it from the printouts
Yeah,
here.
okay, well, look at what went out and what was put back in, maybe that's the difference.
Well, the ending balance from October was $12,192.67. But the beginning balance is the same as the cleared balance from October.
I don't understand how the computer prints it out, but it gives me the same, when it zeros and I tell it to reconcile, it has to be zeros on there or else it won't reconcile. When I check off my deposits and my checks, you click those off and when it gets to zero, it will say reconcile. And the difference on the summaries and everything, on the printouts is usually because either a check is out or a deposit has been put in since the statement, and it shows up on there.
And we'll have to
That's
look at that a
usually
little
what it
bit
is.
closer.
But let me let you see these. Because this is what I have to put in. Look at your beginning and ending from this, from October to November, right there, in the ending. So it has to be rounded up.
Right. Looking at the cleared balance
Yeah,
there, that does agree with the next.
And I've noticed that when it does that, that's usually because I put some money in or something. And sometimes there's those, when you reconcile it, there'll still be checks on there that haven't come in. And there'll still be deposits on there that were put in after the 30th. Or maybe on the 30th that did not hit the statement.
Okay. All right. Looking at the 2 and 7 account, ending October 30th, the cleared balance, ending balance was $11,920.36, and that does agree with the beginning balance of the November statement of $11,920.36. And the same outstanding uncleared transaction. All right, anyway, the ending balance of the 2 and 7 road account is $11,669.95. Okay, capital improvements fund. Beginning and ending balance for both statement periods is $14,909.17. Okay, moving Blount County forward, the October beginning balance is $21,460.52. Ending balance $22,061.55.
And there was a deposit made there that didn't hit this, so I believe that's not.
Okay, the ending balance for October agrees with the beginning balance of November,
Okay. It might not have come.
$22,061.55, and the ending balance is $22,658.60. All right. General fund account, October beginning balance is $19,705.42. Ending balance $18,422.03. And again, the cleared balance of October, $18,289.13, is the beginning balance of the November statement. And we show a ending balance of $17,192.17. All right. Next up, the Rebuild Alabama diesel tax from October, beginning balance $2,067.56. Ending balance $2,285.22. And that agrees with the beginning balance for November of the diesel tax. And their ending balance is $2,490.49. That's $2,490.49. All right. Rebuild Alabama gas tax. October beginning balance is $6,724.60. Ending balance $7,364.11. And that agrees with the beginning balance in November of $77,364.11, and our ending balance $7,984.02. Questions or comments on financial reports? All right. All right, we have a motion to accept as read.
I'll second it.
John made a motion, seconded by Myrtle. All right, all in favor? All right, motion carried. Okay. All right. No reports of standing committees, or special committees, or reports from officers. We're going to old business. No change, and I have not been in touch with Commissioner Washburn about the Coppersville map, but see if I can do that. It may be after January meeting.
There's a
Because of holiday.
discrepancy in there on, Smithfield Road also, about what belongs to Blount County and what part's ours.
Yeah.
Can we get that part straightened out too?
Well, I can tell you where that property line is. Because it's right there at the substation. The fence it runs up between my property and the substation. That's the town limit running that fence.
So from that fence line
Good.
down to the Jefferson County line, or from the fence line to, County Line Road?
From the fence line to County Line Road is the town.
The town, okay.
And Thermal Road, forget now whether it's the third or the fourth telephone pole that the county line goes down Thermal Road. A little ways, not too far, but it does. Part of it is in town limits. Yeah. So we'll need to discuss both of those, Coppersville and Smith Mill. Dean's Ferry, we got a city limit sign down there on Dean's Ferry. So it's easy to identify, although there is an odd little section up there that comes across Dean's Ferry, and there's a couple of partials going up Dean's Ferry on the left that are in the town limits. But the town limits is actually the road, and most of the properties in the town beyond Coppersville is on the right-hand side of the road. Just a small strip of land, but that's confusing when they're along with Coppersville. But all right, we'll continue to work on that. I have here the audit. Have we got any update from the auditors?
They had asked me for the last two general ledgers. I sent that, and I haven't heard back from them in the last few days. So
Still in work, okay.
still in the works.
And I'm kind of holding off on finalizing the budget until we hear back from the auditors. Yeah. And our parking lot perimeter fencing has been installed, and it's up, and I have not yet been around the back of the building, but
It looks just like this out here.
Okay.
Only now in the back, the fencing in the back, there is one place where there is a nut that you can take off in order to be able to get in there, to move the cable. So
Yeah.
for access, that's the only difference in the front and the back. This is all continuous. It
yeah,
is
it's welded.
welded. It cannot be pulled after it is.
Okay. All right. Alright. Okay, that's all I had under the old business heading. Under new business, our FEMA brick grant application has been submitted to the state. The binder that I gave to Lucy to keep here at Town Hall is a copy of everything that's in that application in the binder form. If anybody's interested in looking at it, they're welcome to. Or if they want an electronic copy, just contact me, and I'll be more than happy to supply that document to you. So it's available for anybody that wants to read it. Okay. You were aware, and I've let the council know that the COVID relief fund, reimbursement fund, we were allocated something like $32,000 for us to use. And at the urging of Commissioner Knight and the Jefferson County Commission, they were urging everybody to use every penny that they possibly could out of that fund instead of turning it back to the federal government. So I did. I submitted a request for funds to supply each member of the council with a laptop to telecommute or to hold Zoom meetings, council meetings going forward. In addition to that, put in a request for a video system to stream live our meetings with 3 cameras set up that will go over the internet live. So I was able to, we can only buy so much personal protection equipment, and maybe a couple $100 more that we might submit still before the end of the month. But the amount that was submitted and has been approved, by the way, was $19,767. So as soon as we get the money in hand and it has collected, the check is cleared, we're going to place an order for 7 laptops and this video system. Because we have to spend whatever money we're going to before the end of the month. If you're interested in the breakdown, I've got a spreadsheet that I had to submit to justify the request, the amount of money requested. But the video system was about almost $12,000 just for the video system. And the laptops was a little over $8,000. But like I said, Lucy was able to verify that the request had been approved, and we're waiting on the check. Yeah.
Should be this week,
Good. Yeah.
maybe Thursday. It's only on Thursday.
As long as we get it, as soon as we get it, pardon me. As soon as we get it, it goes straight to the bank,
I will.
and it'll go in the general fund, and then we'll get those, get all the equipment ordered.
Commissioner Knight's office told me that the equipment has to be in our hands and operational by the end of this year.
Well, the camera system it is a 3 camera system in a central controller. In the system that I specified, you had to run one network cable to each camera, and power and control of the cameras go over the single wire. There's no power line to run. So it's just 3 wires, basically. They have to run to a central location for the video controller or switcher. And so the installation should be pretty simple. And that's specifically why I went that route, because it's just a single network cable, Cat 6 network cable, and that's it. So it supplies power and control, and the cameras are remote control, tilt, pan, pan, and zoom. Cameras are about $2,000 a piece. So anyway, it comes as a set, or a complete outfit. And so as I said, we'll just wait on the money, or get the money in hand, and we'll have that thing operational before the end of the year. They have to hire somebody, or will have to hire somebody to mount the cameras to the walls and run the cable. But I think we allocated $600 to have that for that, and we'll try to keep that local. I think Mitch will. They live over in Sue's Trailer Park. I think he's an electrician. I think about calling him, seeing about him. See if he can install the wiring to the, through the overhead. You shouldn't have to cut any wires. But the hardest part is going to be running down through the wall to an outlet, where it all comes out back here somewhere. Anyway, anybody any questions on that? I couldn't think of anything else that would fall into the categories that they have set up. The computers were listed as telework expenses for remote working, and the camera streaming system was applied for under the workplace safety preparations. That will certainly reduce or give people an option to observe the meeting without having to be here. We may have some more cleaning that we can submit that will be incurred. The expense will be prior to the end of the year. But we really don't have any additional payroll expenses or training. So anyway,
Didn't you hire a lady to clean?
I did.
Did you add her?
Yeah, we put her on there. She cleaned.
We've gotten one reimbursement check for the face mask, the hand sanitizers, the cleaning.
418, I believe it was.
Yeah. That was the original reimbursement form we had submitted, for all that miscellaneous stuff. But we can have the town hall cleaned again before this, the end of the year.
Okay.
Uh,
Plan for that.
Was there anything that we could do as far as like masks or gloves or sanitizers for the fire department we could have got for them?
I don't know that we can use that. We're outside, and they're not directly, we're not directly responsible for them or their equipment. You know, we've been making donations, and I'd love to be able to do, but with the federal audits, I don't want to have to explain.
Can I buy a new rug for the front door? That one is, you can step on it the right way and it'll slide. It's so crisp and loaded and mildewed. It's old. It's coming apart.
Well,
I'd like to get one to go on the inside right there and one for the outside.
yeah,
You can buy them at Sam's. I think.
I don't know. You might
Or Harbor
might
Freight.
call Commissioner Knight's office again.
Okay,
and
ask
see
them
what
if
they-
that's something I can get.
Yeah, see if they could see if that would fall into one of the categories.
Okay,
I don't know whether it would or not.
okay. Well,
Uh,
it shouldn't cost that much, probably $20. I don't remember, we bought, the ones we got at the house, we bought them from a uniform rental place, I think,
mhm.
but I know you can buy them.
If we could have this rug cleaned.
It'll probably take the carpet off.
Yeah, that's true. But
Cause it's dry rotted.
Yeah.
I've gotten down there at it, I've cleaned spots on it, and
it's pretty bad. I know it's
It's-
pretty bad shape.
pretty threadbare.
Well, we don't want to do anything with it right now. But that was the only other thing.
Yeah.
It's, I can't think of anything else that we could possibly
I'll
use.
ask for a fat rug, if the rugs, because they are something that you can have cleaned even, if need be. You can hose them off.
Yeah.
But they take them and run them through a wash at the uniform place.
You can check with them and see,
Okay,
but
I'll see about that.
I don't know.
Well, I make a motion, if we need a new rug, if we can't buy it under that, then just let Lucy go ahead and buy a new rug before somebody falls or something and gets hurt.
Okay. Well, we have a motion to go ahead and-
$20 is better than a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I second the motion.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. New business. A motion to purchase a rug, doormat,
Uh-huh.
doormats.
If we get a new building, we can always take them with us.
Right,
Yep.
right.
All right, we have a motion to purchase some doormats, to go ahead and purchase doormats regardless. Motion made by Merlin, seconded by Brenda, all in favor? All right, motion carried. You're authorized to purchase doormats. If you get them from Sam's, the town may have to purchase a Sam's card, but take a tax exempt letter with you from the town.
Do I write that up?
Yeah, we've got a form.
Okay.
If you can't find it, let me know. Cause I did one for Dell Computers.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I may get you to email me one then.
Okay, but that, prevents us from paying the sales tax,
Right,
uh,
yeah.
and put us on record with Sam's as a municipality, same way we had to do with, Best Buy,
Uh-huh.
when we were purchasing items from them. So,
And I'll use our
okay,
our new Visa card to do that. We have a debit card with, on our general fund.
okay. The last item I had under new business was, next month's meeting. We probably, it coincide with the national championship again. And, I recommend that we postpone the meeting in January by at least one day, or we can do it a week. Have it third Monday of January, or the, I think we were originally scheduled for the 11th of January. We postponed to the 12th of January, or the 18th of January. But, I don't like missing meetings, but, I might miss
I
this
don't
on
like
Monday
missing
night.
ball games either.
Hmm?
I said I don't like missing ball games either.
I mean, it's,
Or we'll talk for the day after or next week.
We probably need to do it the day after,
okay.
I think.
So January the 12th,
I'm
Who
in
makes the
agreement with that. The
Yeah,
council,
it's
I
fine.
make a motion that we do it the 12th.
okay, we have a motion to, delay our monthly council meeting until January the 12th at
I'll
7
second.
o'clock. All right, Brenda made the motion, and Steve second.
And it's January 12th.
Yeah, it's January 12th. All in favor? All right, motion carried. Okay. Let's see, at the November 2nd council meeting, we did address a ordinance to amend the building permit ordinance. After speaking with, Mr. Lee, he suggested that we, change it, a little bit more. What we passed last month, I read that, an ordinance to update the building permit ordinance 2010-02, paragraph 2, to read that all buildings and structures conform to, the International Building Code of 2018. He suggested that we change that to read that all buildings and structures conform to the Residential Building Code or International Building Code of 2018. So there's two separate ones. The International Building Code is more for commercial type buildings instead of residential. It really doesn't cover residential buildings, but the Residential Building Code of 2018 is specifically for residential homes. So, the ordinance as presented, I'll read it in its entirety. The state of Alabama, counties of Blount and Jefferson, ordinance number 2020-003, Town of County Line, Alabama, building permit ordinance 2010-02 amendment, be it ordained by the mayor and the town council of the town of County Line, Alabama, 35172, an ordinance to update the building permit ordinance 2010-02, paragraph 2 to read that all buildings and structures conform to the residential building code or international building code of 2018. Approved and adopted this 14th day of December 2020. Okay, have any questions or comments? Or do we have a motion to consider on the first reading?
I'll make a motion that we consider on first reading.
I'll second it.
All right, Steve made the motion to consider on the first reading, seconded by Myrtle. All in favor? All right, it has a unanimous consent. All right, do we have a motion to accept the ordinance as read?
I make a motion that we accept the ordinance as read.
All right, Brenda's made the motion to accept the ordinance as read.
I'll second it.
Steve seconded. All in favor? All right, unanimous. I'll get you a signed copy of this in a minute. All right, I don't have anything on the mobile home ordinance or the nuisance ordinance. For this meeting, like I said, the attorney must be really busy because I haven't gotten anything back from him on that. And I called earlier today. He was not in the office and supposed to be calling me back, but hadn't heard from him yet. So we'll, carry that over until January. All right, so that's the last thing I have on my agenda.
So the FEMA grant application resolution is
That
carried over.
that that was just on there if we needed to address
Oh,
it,
okay.
but you've already got the corrected copy.
Uh-huh. Okay. All
I
right.
just want to make sure I put it on there so I would remember to look at it or look,
Okay.
but
But it should go before who in January? Who's gonna be?
the mobile home ordinance
Oh, okay.
and the nuisance ordinance
Uh-huh.
will be continued until the January meeting. All right, does the council have anything?
Mr. Mayor, I want to make sure that excuse me, council, but I want to make sure I understand that about the building ordinance. Now, the motion was made by Steve to make the correction to the ordinance?
No. Well, the first was to consider on first reading.
Oh, okay. Motion, okay. Okay, so the first one was to consider it on the first reading, okay.
Right, and that was a unanimous
Sure.
consent.
All right, and that was unanimous, and then the motion to accept it as read was Brenda, and then Steve seconded.
Correct.
Gotcha, okay.
And again,
Make sure I have-
motion carried unanimously.
Right, unanimous on that.
Okay. And that was all that I had. It was with the continuance of the mobile home ordinance and the nuisance ordinance until January.
We're gonna, talk with, Commissioner Washburn and see when we can get these, jobs done on Brazil and Michelle.
Yeah, we have to try to get something set up with him. But probably will be, let's not try to do anything till after the first of the year. Just because the holidays, but also I am not getting out any more than I have to
Yeah.
right now. It's just, people don't care out there, in my opinion. Nobody's wearing a face mask. I saw a family in Walmart, Friday. Two children, little small children, in the basket in the seat. Both of them had masks on, but they were down on their chins.
I saw.
And it's the people that are refusing to wear a mask aren't the ones that are going to get sick or die from it.
Oh,
But people of a certain age have to be extra cautious
right.
because 55 and older account for 94%, 95% of the deaths.
Do you know Coleman County just went red? They are now very, very high on the risk.
Mm.
There's so many of them up there dying.
Yeah, it's
They said on the news that they were the lowest, I think, last month, and now they're
Now they're the
the highest.
highest.
yeah,
That's sad.
people just not. They don't care about the other people.
Well, a lot,
I'll wear the mask for me, but I'm also wearing it for the other people.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
a lot of people don't take it seriously, and they really don't think that it's
Mm.
real.
Well, it's like I said, under 55, it's not that bad for a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
They get sick, they got a bad cold, but you know,
I was
for people
blessed.
55 or older,
I was blessed when I had
it it ain't nothing to play with, is it?
No, it's,
No.
I guarantee you, 6 days in the hospital was nothing to play with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had
Anyway,
to send that man in.
That's my soapbox for tonight. That's all I have on my agenda tonight. And does the council have anything?
I make a motion with adjourn.
All right. Motion to adjourn. John seconded. All in favor? All right. Yeah, motion carried. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for coming. And
And don't forget your cupcakes.
yeah,
You got to
Yep,
take Sean
got it.
one.
gotta get them cupcakes and
And coffee if
see.
you want it.
ah.
Where you want some to go.